this. Now, one of the things that's so great too, and one of the things that Steve Bachman has really brought to the table here, is always we have some great startups that we have at the first part. And so the top innovator for this week is AG Voice, and I want to introduce Bruce Rasa right here. So he's going to come up and talk about his company for a few minutes.
All right, can everybody hear me okay? All right, terrific. So first of all, it's a real pleasure to be here with you tonight, and I appreciate the invite from Steve and the group. So a little bit about us. First of all, the company name is actually TekWear, and just a level set on one thing, our platform is a voice capture solution that can actually go to many industries, agriculture, construction, logistics and warehousing, oil and gas, energy, and so forth. We've chosen to focus exclusively initially on the agriculture market. And the primary reason for that is I actually grew up on a farm near Kansas City, and my family still farms about 10,000 acres there today. We actually have the second largest apple orchard in the state as well, so we're pretty busy. And to really bring it home, I have 11 family members that farm full time, so we're kind of like in this business. And but what we're going to talk about today exclusively is what we call Ag Voice. It's our new service that we're working on. So let me show you a little bit about it. First and foremost, what is the problem we're trying to solve? In this case, and this may sound a little counterintuitive, our solution is actually not targeting farmers or ranchers. It's targeting, frankly, the army of people that support them. So you can think from a plant standpoint of people like agronomists, crop scouts, plant breeders. From an animal standpoint, think of veterinarians, herd nutritionists, say, with dairies and so forth, or people that support tractors and combines from a machinery repair standpoint. The problem that they have, frankly, is they have an increased amount of record keeping that they have to keep every day. In fact, this 12-inch stack of paper is the actual stack of paperwork my uncles and aunts have to keep just to keep our contract with Walmart to sell apples to them on an annual basis. It's 12 inches thick. I printed it out. So why are we having to do all this paperwork? Well, this is about traceability and sustainability and compliance. Well, where are those coming from? They're coming from consumers. Consumers are asking very logical questions. Where did my food come from? Was it grown in a safe and environmentally responsible way? By the way, how were those animals treated along the way? And were the farmers taken care of, is often asked, say with your cup of Starbucks or something like that. So the challenge here is, who's trapped in the middle? Retailers, food processors, and so forth. So that's kind of the ecosystem. And the real challenge is there's no easy way, specifically a way that's hands-free and eyes-free to capture that information when these hands-on people need to work hands-on. All right? So that's the problem. Here's our solution to it. So the basic idea is we're leveraging the most common platform around, which is the smartphone. But our design point is the system is a voice-first design, so that you can use a Bluetooth headset of all different varieties, lanyards or whatever it might be, but you put the phone in a place that we think is more appropriate for someone that's working hands-on. So the system, real briefly, is an overview looks like this. It starts with voice capture in the field, and that our system is a proprietary engine that accommodates regional accents, scientific terms, and brand names. That's synced with a cloud that we basically begin with the end in mind. Work with those ag enterprises, we find out what are those reports they're working to fill out. You see some examples up top. Coming back around, everything's geo-rectified. We do the voice capture in the field, as well as you can add optional photos and videos, but absolutely everything is geo-referenced and time-stamped. So in time, we know behavior, and the system becomes more predictive. And finally, you see the output of the data and reports. All right? Does that make sense? That's the core solution, the core idea. This is our roadmap, and basically the way to think about it is it always gets better, and always gets smarter, and always gets simpler. But ultimately, we're building kind of an intelligence utility, or utility on demand. And so the first features are those demanded by our first customers, like a John Deere partnership and General Mills, who we just learned today has agreed to be our first corporate customer, so we're ecstatic about that. Other key features quickly are things like offline mode, so that's and by the way, we'd love the wireless forum to fix this. So if anyone can help us here, I saw some AT&T names and others. So there's 3.5 billion acres of farmland in the world. So all we need is coverage for everybody, affordable. So you got that? So good, let's talk afterward. So we build for offline mode, and why is that important? Because, as an example, Siri only works in the cloud. So we design for offline mode, we work with everybody else. Voice search is one of our great features on the roadmap. Lots of requests for English to Spanish translation, other things like that. But you get the idea of how the roadmap's going. This is a little bit about the team. Probably the two highlights I mentioned briefly. We have a fantastic partnership with Georgia Tech, Mary Beth and her team. We've done some great research with them in wearables this last year. And one highlight on our team member, he and his group recently delivered the Amazon Echo for Jeff Bezos and that group. So we're ecstatic about our group. These are just some of our key partners. Initially, it's a group called MyAg Central. with a joint venture with John Deere, just got announced last week. General Mills using it for very advanced research on oats and other products. Frankly, that all translate into things like better versions and better types of examples of Cheerios. So you can relate to that one pretty quick and easy. So basically, that's it. In short, we solve an everyday problem. We believe we're on track to be first in the world to ship this solution in this industry. And we have a terrific team to deliver on this mission from a tech and an ag standpoint. We're here because we just wanted to meet you all and create innovative alliances with some of the key wireless players here in the Atlanta area. That's it. Thanks.